Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. And well, let's do what we often do here. Let's do this. Let's launch into a conversation about something we would prefer not to accept. It's something we'd prefer not to look at and deny and run off and do life. Whatever that looks like, however you do life in your part of the world, whatever that looks like. We would rather not face some of these ideas and face some of these things about ourselves, which turn out to be a simple mistake, but we don't want to go there. We'd rather not look at it, run off, and hide. Well, as always, are you sick of it yet? That is a legitimate question to ask yourself on the spiritual path. Are you sick of it yet? Are you sick of your suffering? Are you sick of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to be enlightened, expecting to wake up when engaged in the exact same pattern of thought and behavior as you've always been? Right now, right now, today, whatever led you here, you have the opportunity to see things differently. So, my hope, as always, is that some part of this message will connect with you, that some part of it will hit home, so to speak, and land, because we, as adult learners, are stubborn, aren't we? We need to hear things multiple times before we even begin, most of the time, to give ourselves over to even thinking about the ideas, much less putting them into practice, which is really what we have to do. That's really where we learn because our experience then demonstrates to us, it proves to us that all of these ideas, no matter how fanciful or esoteric they may seem at the time, are true. They're true. Our experience shows us. You will prove it to yourself. This pixelated image on your screen won't prove a single thing to you, nor would it ever even try. How could it? It's an assemblage of electronic dots, after all. Each and every one of us has got to do the deep inner work ourselves. All of our suffering here in the world is of our own making. We don't want to accept that. We don't want to admit that. And we'd rather not contemplate that at all. Too bad. You're here. This is A Course in Miracles. We made the world. You made it. You can unmake it. Yes, your mind, our single one mind, is that powerful. We're not taught that in school, huh? Well, consider this a different kind of course. All of our suffering appears to come from outside of us. Seems like the government is perpetrating an evil upon us. Our ex is perpetrating an evil upon us. The weather is perpetrating a great evil upon us. Things like that. We have managed to tell ourselves and to convince ourselves that we're a victim of the world we see. It's coming at us. No, it is not. It's coming from us. Big shift. That's why one of the ideas, lessons in the workbook for students here in A Course in Miracles is I'm not the victim of the world I see. You are not. It's not coming at you, but rather coming from you. And all of our suffering, we're making and we're recycling ourselves. I mean, think about it. Where does our suffering appear to come from? Well, it appears to come from outside us. Or if we're suffering from a broken bone or some sort of an illness or a dreaded disease, something like that, it appears to come from that. We always seek to project responsibility for our own experience onto something else or someone else. It's someone else's fault. I'm going to blame them. I'm going to blame my metabolism. I'm going to blame a disease. I'm going to blame my lack of flexibility on my boss because I have to sit at a desk for 23 and a half hours a day. Exaggeration, but you get where I'm going with that. We always want to put blame, put responsibility for our own suffering off onto someone else, and never once do we recognize that we're actually causing it, that our own guilt may be the cause of all of this, that our own fear may be the cause of all of this. That does not enter into our mind when we run about and blame and hate and attack. Whether you physically attack or verbally attack somebody or not, you're attacking them in your mind. You are. Anytime you judge, anytime you place blame or call somebody an idiot, or whatever that may look like, we don't see, or shall we say more accurately, we choose not to see the major role we play in our own suffering, i.e., all of it. We don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. Well, it's what it is. You want to awaken, we need to take these ideas and start thinking about them so that we'll be more apt and more willing to put them into practice. We cause all of our own suffering, 100% of it, needlessly. Mind is the cause. The world that we appear to see, these bodies, all of that is its effect. That's why it is very important. It's critically important, in fact, that we all realize that this is a course in mind training, and in giving this course, in dictating it in the first place, Jesus is addressing the mind, the decision maker, this mind that appears to be split and torn from God, its source, capital S, of course. It is not separate. You are not separate from God, and you have always known. Certainly doesn't mean that you've accepted that, but you have always known. It's why you're interested in spirituality. Whatever your path looks like right now, and whatever it has looked like, if anything. The interesting thing here about A Course in Miracles is 100% all-inclusive. It makes absolutely no difference what your background is or is not, or what you're currently into or looking at. Who cares? It doesn't matter. This is a universally themed and universally applicable self-study curriculum. So the undercurrent of honest personal responsibility should be very, very clear and obvious. Yeah, yes. And why wouldn't you want it that way? Spirituality is an adult endeavor because it is about our taking responsibility for our own experience. We're making our own suffering. We're causing it by continuing to see ourselves as separate from our brother and separate from God. This is the one and only mistake. One mistake. That is what needs correction. So, what do? Well, we recognize that of ourselves, we can't do a single solitary thing other than show up in the present moment and give our inner teacher, the Holy Spirit, even a fraction of a second of our willingness to listen, our willingness to forgive, our willingness to see things as they are rather than the way we have made them. We offer ourselves this little willingness. We offer that to the Holy Spirit, who's part of us, part of our mind, not an outside power. And we do as instructed. Everything that is not wholly joyous, anything at all that is not 100% totally and completely joyous, is an opportunity to forgive. Now, if it's a person that you appear to be forgiving, you don't have to call them up. It's all done in the mind. They don't have to know you're doing it. If they do, great. If they don't, so what? Doesn't matter. And we simply show up and give this little willingness again. Everything that we appear to be forgiving, anything that is not wholly joyous, in other words, anything that disturbs us at all, makes us happy. Well, if it makes us happy, that is a beautiful thing. That's what's supposed to be happening. So anything that makes us sad or frustrated, anything that annoys us or causes us to fly into a fit of rage, makes us anxious or depressed, fearful, anything like that, that is an opportunity to forgive. If you're joyous and happy, that's natural. That's natural. All too often, we're not, and we all experience a wild roller coaster ride of emotions up, down, all of the time. It's why we're drawn to spirituality, including this course, yet so resistant to it. Sound familiar? So we invite ourselves, as I invite you, to show up again today and every day. Forgiveness, true forgiveness, is the practical centerpiece of this course. It's what we do. It's what we do. And we must recognize that we're causing all of the drama ourselves. We continue to see ourselves as separate, and to put it even more honestly, we continue to want to see ourselves as separate. Yeah, we want to be right. We want to be superior to this person or this group of people. They suck. We want to be right. We want to be special, cut off and separate, superior. Well, the next 5 minutes may see us feeling inferior and up, down, exhausted, yet there is another way of looking at this. First, we must be willing to bring all of our darkness, all of our judgments, fears, our guilt, all of that to light. Bring your darkness to light. Bring your illusions to the light of truth. What will happen will amaze you. And you know it's true. The light of truth will shine the darkness away. Light here in A Course in Miracles does not refer exclusively to visible light, visible with the body's eyes. It's right-mindedness. This course is all about changing our mind. We have interposed all of the barriers that appear to exist, all of the roadblocks and hindrances to our awareness of truth. As the Course puts it, to our awareness of love's presence, love, God, who we really are. You've always known that. You know you have. So we're all about removing the barriers. We don't have to change truth. You don't have to manipulate, orchestrate, order, and control who you really are. Our work here is simply to remove the obstacles. And we do that one moment at a time, one act of true forgiveness at a time, one loving thought at a time. That's how we do it. Now, this course is not like other spiritual traditions, for sure. It has the most in common with the ancient Hindu tradition of Advaita Vedanta, which posits that only Brahman is, in other words, only God is, and the Course comes right out and says in many places, God is. Period. What's implicit in that short two-sentence, two syllables rather, one sentence, two sounds, God is. What's implicit in that is very important. Only God is. God is the only reality. We've never left our source. You know where you are. It's not in your country of origin here on wobbling, spinning ball of rock. It's not where you happen to find yourself, whether it's night, day, what time of day it is. You've always known. A part of you has always known, which does not, of course, mean that you are compelled in any way to acknowledge that. But when you do, you'll be inspired to take what we could see as the next step and to put these ideas into practical application in your daily life. That's where the action lies. It is, again, our experience in forgiveness, our experience in loving thoughts, in extending love and sharing the Holy Spirit with one another. That's what's happening here. It's our experience at that that shows us and demonstrates to us that these ideas, however bizarre or fanciful they may seem right now, are true. Let your experience prove to you the truth of perfect oneness. Perfect oneness. All right. Lots of invitations to practice. Every single video is chock full of those. So if you need more, please do subscribe if you have not already. That's the prompt in the corner of your screen. Click that icon and join us. Several videos appear each week here, and we're making our way a few paragraphs at a time through the text of A Course in Miracles, but at any given time, any component of the course may come up in one of these videos, and it makes absolutely no difference at all whether you're a long-time course student or just beginning, just starting out, or whether you're even a course student at all, and YouTube recommended this weird pixelated image on your screen, and you thought, well, I'm not really sure why I'm watching this, but let me tune in for a little bit. Well, you're still here. You've heard most likely more than one thing that has what we call landed or resonated or hit home with you. You'll know what that is. So I invite you to join us, subscribe if you have not, and please feel welcome to ask questions. Questions are a wonderful and integral part of the spiritual path, after all. So I'm here to answer them if you've got them. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon.